see. It's amazing.
The defensive Houston Rockets versus the tough Portland Trailblazers. Two teams on top of their divisions here on 2K Sports.
It is opening day all around the NBA, and we're happy to tip off the season with you here today with Clark Kellogg, Kevin Harlan. A quick check of our starting lineups. T-Mobile shows us who will hit the floor first for Rick Adelman and Nate McMillan. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trailblazers here at home. First time these two teams have seen each other this season. And of course, Portland. Last season they couldn't get the edge in the matchup as they went 1-2 in the season series.
The hometown fans have waited for this day for a long time, and they're eager to see what the season holds.
Now let's check out the Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. And as you look at Houston, what do you think will be the key facing off against the Blazers?
Kevin, it's simply all about locking onto their shooters and staying in their hip pockets. You've got to crowd the shooters. One of the premier three-point shooting teams in the league a season ago. So you've got to cover some ground defensively. If you get caught sagging in or over-helping on penetration, you'll play right into their hands.
Well, Clark, what about Portland? What do they need to do to secure a win?
Well, if they can force a bad game out of Yao Ming, it'll really help their chances. He's got one heck of a knack for scoring in the paint. So you've got to fight him in the post area. Don't let him get that deep, sweet post position. Otherwise, he'll make you pay.
Thanks, Clark. There's the buzzer, and that's a shot clock violation. Here's Roy. Here's Miller. Brooks covering. Aldridge is free. To the corner. Hogan.
Well, that's where he's so dangerous. You let him hang around the rim area, and he'll make you pay, as we just saw.
McGrady with the ball. Here's Brooks. Here's Ariza. T-Man corrals the long rebound. Here's Brooks. Sinks the runner in the lane.
That's the way to manufacture your shot against the taller defender. Solid effort.
Aldridge a screen. Miller got a hand on it. Here's Miller. It's good. Nice offensive rebound. And here's the Rockets. 4-point game. Picked by Yao. Here's Ariza. It's in for three.
Defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Roy. Off from three-point land.
They got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
To Scola. From short range. For Indy. Roy. The alley-oop. Nobody gets in the way.
Not at all. Major throw down. The vertical game is in full effect. Look out below.
Here's Brooks. Here's Brooks. Over Miller. Brooks misses. And here comes Roy. Great anticipation. The Rockets trail. Here's Ariza. The two-handed jam. He's got 5.
Nice throwdown. That's how to take it to the rim and make it happen. I'll see him. Hey, pull it, shoot it.
shot.
Boy, he's really special. The defense has to account for him at all times.
Kept alive. Yao buries the short-range jumper.
That's great hustle there, Kevin. Persistence pays.
And here comes Roy. Here's Aldridge. Backs it down from 19 feet. Here's Brooks. McGrady with the ball. He's covered by Roy. Shoots from the post, and that one's good. McGrady. Here's Miller. Just over 7 minutes left in the first. Here's Roy. Reza covering. To Oden. Stole on him. Roy for three.
That should be absolutely illegal. That's his bread and butter. That's his meal ticket. That's who he is. That's what he does. Crash the board, snatch it down, and then jam it back in. That's outstanding tenacity on the backboard. Get down low!
McGrady with the ball. He's covered by Roy. His first shot of the game. Shot by McGrady, no good.
The defense read the scouting report, and they're going to sag off of him. He's just not a threat. That's a nice finish in transition, partner. That's exactly how you run the break.
Ariza with it. In close. Finishes with the soft touch. He has 7.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly.
Here's Batum. Oden. The putback is good.
Plays like that tell you who's hungry and who wants it.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Both teams making some changes. And here are the Rockets. Well, it's time for the Sprite Ice Cold Keys to the game. As we take a look at the Rockets, what do they need to keep in mind?
They need to keep an eye on how Greg Oden is going. He's an excellent rebounder on both backboards, so you've got to get into him and deny him prime position inside.
Well, Clark, what about Portland? What do you think will be the key for them?
Andre Miller, a pure point who can set the table for others. Also, for a guard, he's got an excellent post and mid-range game.
We'll see how it pans out. Thanks, Clark. Moore backs him down. Shoots from 12. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets go the other way. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland.
And the last time they saw this team was when they knocked them out in the first round.
On defense, Portland leading by 5. A shot by McGrady, no good. As you were saying, Clark, in the playoffs, sent them home real early.
That offseason is pretty long, Kevin, when you get bumped that early, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
McGrady with the ball. Brandon Roy making his last shot. Picked by Yao. A 3-ball, and that is good. He's got 5. 2-time scoring champion, multiple All-Star player, Tracy McGrady.
One of the most prolific offensive players, I think, in the history of the league, despite being sidetracked by injuries throughout his career. But he's right. He's as good an offensive player as we've seen. 6'8", long, limited, quick, explosive. A better ball handler and passer than he's given credit for because he's such a prolific scorer.
When he is healthy and his mind is focused on defense, he can be a terrific defender, too.
He can do everything. It's a shame that he's been sidetracked a bit by injuries, but when he's healthy, he's the guy that really can impact the game at both ends of the floor.
And here is Yao. Kept alive to Lowry. Pick by Yao. Riza. McGrady with the ball.
This guy is really providing a lot of offense for him right now.
Portland leading.
Fantastic pass to set the alley-oop jam up there. You gotta love that.
Hit by Yao. Lowry. It's good. And they narrow the gap to 2.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
So timeout called here. The first for Portland. Youth basketball in this country, Clark, always trying to find an edge, better training methods, more games, better coaching. How would you say it compares to the way young basketball players are being guided through the European leagues, European coaches, European schools, to the U.S. schools, the U.S. system?
Well, you know what? It's really interesting. I'm not quite as familiar with how European players are trained other than what I've read and heard from other people. And there seems to be more of an emphasis on instruction and really developing players as opposed to trying to make kids pros too early. In the U.S., I think because there's so much coverage, because there's so much attention paid to high school recruiting, there's a tendency for young players to get caught up and distracted by the glamour of being a basketball player as opposed to the process of developing their skills. And I think that's detrimental to the players in the U.S. system.
Trailblazers going with the new group. Here's Miller. Here's Roy. McGrady covering. From short range. Roy can't hit.
He hasn't been able to get on track here.
Anderson in the post. He's against Miller. Shoots from the post. Anderson can't get it to go. The Blazers on offense. Here's Roy. Sticks it from 17 feet. He's got 6.
Watching the team shoot this well is fun for some fans watching at home, but it's no picnic for the guy who's coaching the defense. I mean, he's really upset with how his team is not giving the effort at that end of the floor. Simply put, that's just bad defense.
It bounces out of bounds after the shot. Here's Miller. 2:13 left in the first. Fernandez on the inside. Shot is off, and the Rockets going the other way now. McGrady with the ball. He's against Miller.
Well, he gives up some height, but he didn't give up the rock. Nice pull.
Bounce pass to the elbow. Here's Roy. Drops it in on the layup. He's got it.
They're really doing a nice job, a really good job of getting everything they want on this court. Just good, solid basketball.
Here's Brooks. Tulane puts up the baby hook. Nails it from close range. They close the gap to 4. And the story we've seen here from the field, aggressive shooting, getting off to a tremendous start.
Boy, Kevin, this is the kind of offensive rhythm that can set you on a nice course. I mean, they definitely want to keep that momentum going.
Chris Billups buries the short-range jumper. They take a 6-point lead.
Doing a great job here, able to create some second chance points with their extra effort and hustle.
Here's Brooks. Off from three-point land. Here comes Miller. And Clark, you brought up second chance points earlier. It's probably the biggest reason for the leader, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Kevin. Anytime you can get those second chance opportunities, I mean, it gives your offense such an injection. I mean, you run good offense, you miss the shot, boom, you come up with the offensive rebound, and you still get 2 points.
So it's Houston now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Timeout called the Rockets. Some adjustments. And here is Battier. Defended by Fernandez. Gets in close. Battier's shot. Good.
Hey, that was a nice move on the inside for him. He's not a natural post scorer. He should have got it done right there. Way to knock it down.
Now Blake. Over Brooks. And the basket by Blake.
Already they have 8 second chance points here in the first quarter.
Here's Brooks. Misses the buzzer beater. The Blazers with the early lead.
They've had terrific ball movement. They're keeping their heads up and passing up good shots to get great shots.
And we end an exciting first quarter. The score, 32-24. Here's Brooks. He's tuned in October 31st, this Halloween. It's a home game in Quicken Loans Arena for the Cavaliers. They'll host the Charlotte Bobcats. Start time, 7:30 Eastern.
I think it'll be fun. Well, he knocked that one down, but it wasn't the best shot selection. With so much time left on the clock, you ought to work it around and look for a better shot.
Now Blake. Chris Phillips kisses it off the glass and in.
Those are the shot opportunities you want, right in the lane.
Here's Brooks. Here's Taylor in close. Finishes with the soft touch.
That's a great feed to find him inside. When you're willing to pass the ball, good things happen.
And here are the Trailblazers. 6-point game. Webster. On the shot clock. And here is Outlaw. He's guarded by Battier. Aldridge, no luck. Rockets trail. Here's Brooks. Inside. Blake gets the board inside.
You can't D up a layup any better than that. Nice work.
Blake is Villa from short range.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference.
Here's Yao. Nails the baby hook. Nice bucket by the 8-year veteran out of China.
Yao Ming, a tremendous low post scorer with a feathery touch for a big guy. What makes him so hard to defend is he's so wide. His legs are like tree trunks. This guy, when he gets you behind him, you can't get around him. And then he has excellent hands, so he catches everything. And the feathery touch and the variety of shots in the low post, left-handed hooks, right-handed hooks, he is a monster inside.
Now Blake, after Houston's miss from the arc. To the free throw line. Aldridge backs in. The turnaround Jay can't hit the turnaround jumper.
They've got to have a little more patience on offense, Kevin. They're rushing.
Taylor. The shot is off, and the Blazers the other way. Please tune in October 31st, this Halloween, and the Washington Wizards will be hosting the New Jersey Nets. It'll be 7 o'clock start time.
You know they're going to be extra hyped up for this one.
You're right, you're right. The Blazers were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over. Portland is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouling.
So it's Houston now. Their next game is at Oracle Arena, so a road game with the Warriors. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. To Battier. Picked by Yao. Leads him with the pass. Here's Scola. Drains the easy jump.
Inside, outside, Kevin. I love it. He drew the D in and then kicked it out to the open man.
Here's Miller. For the
Impeccable timing on that alley-oop. They hooked up perfect.
Battier. Here's Lowry. Hams the 3. He's got 5. Here's Miller. Just over 8 minutes left in the second. Aldridge with it. 5 on the shot clock. Outlaw. Count the baseline J. They're now up by 3.
That's a good look. Very nice look. Get down low.
T-Mac, high post. Shot is off, and the Blazers the other way. Here's Bayless, lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
Picked by Yao. From inside, Fernandez hauls it in off the defensive glass. Into LaMarcus Aldridge. Close range, gets the lay-in. He's got 8.
Nice speed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
And here is Yao, covered by Outlaw. Here's Lowry, makes the long-distance connection.
Well, the D will live with that one. That's really not his range. So even though he bagged the 3, I think they'll still let him shoot though.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. basketball, as there'll be more this Saturday. It'll be Blake Griffin and the Los Angeles Clippers. They'll be hosting the Dallas Mavericks. That one gets underway at 7:30 Eastern.
We'll see how it plays out.
Here's Roy. He's got 8. To Roy. McGrady covering. From 17 feet out. Can't hit. And the Rockets go the other way. Just over 6 minutes left in the half. Brooks. Here's Anderson. Out left. Now here's Scola. He's against Oden. Got a piece of it. The Rockets will keep possession. McGrady with the ball. 7 points in the game. Scola gets another shot, and this time it counts.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfect. Shoot it!
To Roy. McGrady covering. From the right line. That's good. He's got 10.
Great awareness makes him a dangerous threat every time down the floor.
The handoff to Scola. He's against Oden. Scola gets the buckets.
Nice bucket there. He isn't naturally quick, but he's deceptive. He kept the defense off balance and then took it to the rack.
The dump off to Miller. On the way, Brandon Lloyd. Verbatier. Rebounded by Tracy McGrady.
No, sir. It ain't that easy, son. Especially with a top-notch defender breathing right down your neck.
To Battier. Brooks. Now here's Scola. The 3 hits the bucket. He's got 10.
Just like the one he had in the first. He's a dangerous shooter out there.
Right wing. Great anticipation.
Again, another turnover for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
Anderson wasn't paying attention. Stepped in the line, and that's a turnover. The Rockets flip the switch these last few minutes and can't miss from downtown.
It's kind of contagious, Kevin. One guy hits and then another, and pretty soon, everybody's knocking down threes.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Portland trailing here. Here's Roy. McGrady covering. From the low block, Roy can't hit. Houston in the lead. Passes back, perimeter. McGrady backs down. Unloads for 9. Too much mustard on that one.
The DC served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
Here's Roy. Scola with the rebound.
They need to send out a search party to find his offense, Cal. It's been AWOL this whole quarter.
Here's Brooks. Can't connect from the wing. A tight game here in Portland. Throws it up. Tossed it.
Monster throwdown. Wow. The vertical game is in full effect. Look out below.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Everybody walk your walk. Everybody talk your talk. Everybody do what you want. Say what? Do you know? Do you know who's gonna light up the show? Do you know? Make it see it morning to the break of dawn. So do you know? Yeah, do you know who's gonna light up the show? Do you know? Make it see it smiling to the break of dawn. So everybody smile, no frown. You know we won't let you down. It's easy to get in. The one that you've been waiting to see.
Trailblazers going with the new group. And here are the Rockets. They trail by one. Taylor connects from in close.
That's too easy. He's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Oden inside, working on Yao. Off target for three.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Now Blake. 2:45 left in the second. Tries to keep it alive, and it's tracked down by the Rockets. To Yao. He's against Oden. Taylor jacks up the triple. That's good. He's got 7, and I agree, not only matching up off the glass, but in scoring as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it really comes down to maybe 3 or 4 possessions, a couple of consecutive second chance opportunities, maybe a couple of stops. That ends up perhaps making a difference, Kevin.
A steal by Stone.
Well, the turnovers are piling up pretty quickly here. We've seen quite a bit of sloppy ball handling.
That's their 3rd turnover in this quarter. Now Blake, the Rockets making the shot. And here is Oden. Here's Webster. Sinks the open shot.
He detected the early opening there and took advantage. That's a smart decision.
And here comes Aaron Brooks.
Watch outside. Hey, we're watching him. Hey, pull it. Shoot it. Back door. Come on.
Here's Taylor. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. 9 points in the game so far. To Roy. Webster. It takes a bad bounce and goes out of bounds. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. They'll be matched up against Portland. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Brooks. 8-point game.
Stay on it. Stay on it. Take that. Screen coming.
To the right corner. Hit by Yao. To Taylor. Deflects the pass. Stolen away by Roy.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hand.
Here's Blake. Blocked. So it's Houston now. 8-point game. 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. seconds to shoot. Here's Taylor. It's despite the tough D. 11 points in the game.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
The triple off the mark by Webster. Taylor. What a big-time shot to beat the buzzer.
You got to be cool and confident to hit a shot like that. He is, and he delivered.
The Rockets
Have been red hot offensively.
Yeah, but we've still got 2 quarters to play. Anything can happen. And that concludes the first half. The score, 61-48. Well, it's time for our T-Mobile halftime reports. Let's now take a look at the team stats for the first half. The Rockets have benefited from their deep bench, and they've amassed a pretty substantial lead.
Well, if they continue to get that kind of production from their reserves, they'll be hard to handle.
Greg Oden has started off well.
Yeah, and he's making his presence felt on those backboards, Kevin. The game's leading rebounder through the first 2 quarters.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. You know, some of the fans at home are hoping for a comeback here. We'll see if that can happen as we start this quarter. Here's Brooks. The runner, open look, shot's good. 6 points for him.
What passion for the game. They're putting on a clinic out there.
Here's Aldridge. Lays it right in. Sweet touch by the 4-year man out of Texas. Here's Ariza into the pick. Plays it right in. They're up 65-50. Here's Miller. Brooks covering. 6 seconds to shoot. And here comes Aaron Brooks. He has 6. McGrady. Almost a 3-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Brandon Roy.
Tough interior defense means not allowing easy baskets. Good foul.
McGrady, shooting 2.
He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. Here's Roy. He's got 10. Adam. Here's Miller. To the stripe over McGrady. Shot no good. And the Rockets go the other way. Scola was camped in the lane when he gets the 3-second call. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. A challenging stretch here for Portland. 17-point game. Here's Batum. No luck on the 3-point attempt.
Well, the bad shooting continues for them to start this half.
Screen by Scola. On the paint. He gets hammered and he'll head to the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
That's a good call by the referee. There was definitely some contact on the release of the shot.
McGrady, shooting 2.
Don't miss.
And he makes the first one. Gets them both. Here's Miller.
Here we go, Blazers.
Okay, Portland.
Miller down low. Dumps it off. Here's Batum. Gets the three to fall. 7 points in the game.
Defense is going to have to think about getting out faster on the shooters. You've got to close out on the shooters rapidly. They're starting to heat it up here in the second half.
And let's hear what Nate McMillan had to say to our sideline reporter, Cheryl Miller.
Hey, Kev. He said it feels like they've been in a 15-round title fight, but they have to stop getting beaten up in one area. They need to step it up. And Coach feels they are playing at the level they're capable of. And it's time to bring their A games out to finish this game. Now back to our play-by-play analysis. Kevin and Clark.
Okay, thanks, Cheryl. Here's Brooks. Brandon Roy making his last shot. T-Man drops it in from 12 feet.
We've seen them make 3 of their first 4 shots. That's good shooting to jumpstart them here.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Spot again, moving the movement, man. Same 2-step, leaving the shoot, print. And I'm doing again. Hopefully with you and your friend. Call you up, you round there, leave the lights on, still messing. Kelly come home and I'm doing it. The first round 2 with a ding. Go ahead, sing. Watch blink. Now, things whenever I move swings. Boom, bada bang, yo, whenever I do things.
Here's Miller. Under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Oden inside. Working on Yao. Takes it up. It's blocked. Good D by Yao.
So far today, they're showing a little more effort and hustle. They've got a small advantage over class right now.
Here's Roy. He's got 12. Miller hit the charge, and that's his first foul of the game.
Miller. That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Brooks. 6 points for him. Pick by Yao. Off the pick. Rushes it with the one-handed jam. 6 points for him. And that advantage you're talking about, Clark, certainly one of the factors in this league.
Well, there's no question about that, Kevin. Each of those rebounds are creating another scoring opportunity for them.
Here's Roy. And here is Oden. 6 seconds to shoot from short range. Yao grabs it, and that's his 9th rebound thus far. Here's McGrady. Brooks leads the game in assists. Here's Roy. About 7.5 minutes left in the third. For the out. Nobody can get away.
Not at all. Major throw. Great alley-oop pass there, Kevin. That's highlight reel for real.
Here's Brooks.
They're playing them tight all the way up the court right now. Full court man-to-man D.
Pick by Yao. Puts it in off the sweet pick. 8 points for him.
Yao Ming didn't get to be 7'6" by himself. The DNA, pretty strong. Dad is 6'10". Mom is 6'2". The biggest star in China, and not a bad star in the NBA either. Yao Ming, the tallest player in the NBA, and one of the sweetest shooters in the NBA too.
Here's Brooks, following this by Andre Miller.
Personal foul, third team foul.
Lowry is in at the point. good for the three-point play.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Rockets on D. Roy backs him down. Inside. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for two. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot. Come on, you can hit these.
He knocks down the first one. How about this resume for Brandon Roy? Rookie of the year, second-year All-Star. I mean, the guy is like has no ceiling whatsoever for his career.
He is so fun to watch, Kevin. All-around player, unselfish guy, defers to teammates, and yet is a leader. Understands that he's got to be the guy that makes it happen. But he does it in such a deferential manner that he can only command respect from his peers.
That's a great point. He doesn't show any emotion on the floor. He looks the same if he scored 20 or if he scored 2 points.
And he competes at both ends all the time, which is what you want from one of your star players when you're a coach. He's been extremely active out there, and he has the stats to prove it. Terrific hustle.
Two Aldridge. The shot misses, and the Rockets go the other way. Under 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's McGrady. Lowry launches it. Oden holds it in, and that's his 8th rebound of the contest. Up ahead, it's tipped. Fernandez goes up, nails it from close range.
Nice feed inside. Sets his teammate up for the easy deuce.
Houston in total control. Turnover by Houston.
You got to watch your step there along the baseline. Coaches don't like those unforced turnovers.
Taylor having a dominant impact in this game.
He's really in the zone and is racking up the points in bunches.
He certainly has. He's getting all the looks he wants and is finishing his chances.
They need to do something to get him out of his rhythm before it's too late.
And here is Fernandez. Here's Miller. Here's Miller. Dumps it off. Here's Fernandez. Pockets the 3 ball. He has 7.
This is called you must extend your defense, especially on the 3-point marks.
Seconds to shoot, and that one's good. McGrady.
Boy, this is fun to watch. This guy is putting on a show right now. He's making it look really easy.
Here's Miller. And here is Oden. Puts up the baby hook.
They've really done a great job securing the rebounds, Kevin.
Yeah, they got the advantage right now, Clark, +5. McGrady cannot hit, and the Trailblazers going now the other way. Just over 4 minutes left in the third. Roy backs in. To Aldridge. Buries the corner jumper. 12 points for him. And like we were saying, having more rebounds helps in so many ways.
Well, here with the lead, it's important that you eliminate second chance opportunities for your opponent and then get some of those yourself.
Stolen by Oden. Here's Miller all alone. Race for finish.
Nice job to advance the arm. Way to get it up court for the open finish.
Here's McGrady. Drains it for 3. 26 points for him.
He got the ball inside, and when the D closed in, he just kicked it out to the open man. Simple, but beautiful.
Here's Miller. On the wing, Brandon Roy. McGrady covering.
No one really contested him at the basket that time, Kevin. He's just too good in there to leave the door open for him.
McGrady with the ball. He's covered by Roy. All alone, and that one's good. McGrady.
He's come out here in the second half and done a nice job moving, getting good looks, and finding his range.
Here's Miller. Miller dumps it off. Here's Fernandez. Kept alive. Here's Oden. On the mark by Oden. And that gives him a double-double. Houston in total control. They lead by 17. Five on the shot clock. Riza connects from downtown. 16 points for him.
The defense made the mistake of playing off him, and he drained it from deep.
Moore lays out. And the turnover by Portland. And both teams will make some substitutions. Here's Brooks. 6 points for him. Brooks, with an assist this trip up, would have 10 for the game. To T-Mac. Riza for 3. Rebound by Brandon Roy. Here comes Miller.
That should be absolutely illegal. Impeccable timing on that alley-oop. They hooked up perfectly.
McGrady with the ball. And he has 28 points for the game. Here's McGrady. Banks it home. He has 30.
When you get a hot hand like him, it's real simple. You need to keep going with it.
And here is Outlaw. Here's Oden. Played in softly off the glass. Nice shot by the 2-year man out of Ohio State. And here comes Aaron Brooks. To the elbow. McGrady trains it. Oh, just inside the three-point line.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's giving them a big lift in this one.
Tipped. And here comes Aaron Brooks. And here is Yao. He's against Oden. Shoots from the post. Yao's shot is off. And here are the Blazers. The largest deficit of the game for them was 23 points. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
How much better a look do you need? Good mid-range shooter should have been money in the bank.
Here's Landry. Cans it from in close.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
Here comes Miller. The shot is off. At the end of the third quarter, and we've got a blowout in the making. It's 98-76. Tracy McGrady has played his heart out. 32 points and 2 rebounds.
Yeah, it might not look all that imposing on the stat sheet, but if you're paying close attention, you can see the impact he's had on this game. He's going all out.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Welcome to the fourth quarter. Wide margin on the scoreboard tells it all. This one is probably over, but you never know. Anything can happen. Now Blake. Blake on the perimeter. Here's Miller. Nails the easy jumper.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
McGrady with the ball. 32 points in the game. In close, gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Joel Brisbilla.
First team foul. McGrady. Shooting.
No good, and they don't get the three-point play.
They've really been fearless this half, going to the rack a lot more and getting rewarded for their efforts. They're getting chances at the free throw line, and they've cashed in on them, and that's why they're on top.
Here's Miller. He's got 6. Kept to line. From close range, finishes with this soft touch.
You have to block this guy out, Kevin. He's just too active on the boards to be left alone.
Back door, back door. Roll it. Ball. Shoot.
And here's Gadier.
Left side.
5 on the shot clock.
Don't get pick. Don't let him shoot that.
T-Man. No good. And the Trailblazers going now the other way. To the elbow. To Batum. Blake. Here's Outlaw. Good D on that shot. Houston in total control. Here's Anderson. Brooks to the right wing. Here's Landry. He's guarded by Brisbilla. Now Blake. Two out. It's hauled in by McGrady. And here comes Aaron Brooks. He has 6.
Shoot it. Set it up.
Here's Battier. It's in for 3. Now Blake.
Let's go, Blazers.
Brisbilla rips it down with one hand.
Now that's a statement dunk right there, Kevin. Clear the runway for your own protection.
Come to me. I see him.
To Anderson. Working on Brisbilla. Here's McGrady. Shot is off. And the Blazers the other way. Here's Batum. Gets in close. Beautiful feed by Blake. Here's Brooks. About 8.5 minutes left in the game.
Watch outside.
Battier kept alive. McGrady. It's a little short, but gets the friendly roll. He's got 36.
That's exactly what coaches love to see on offense. High percentage shots.
Stolen. Houston in total control. McGrady with the ball. Shoots, left block.
Right now, he hasn't been able to deliver for him. He's having difficulty finding the range. I think he has to step inside a little bit more.
Now Blake.
Hey, shoot that.
6 seconds to shoot. Here's Outlaw. Tries to save it, and it's scooped up by Battier.
No surprise on that takeaway.
Here's Brooks. Gently drops it in. Sweet touch by the third-year man out of Oregon. Now Blake.
Come get it.
Blake down low. It stays here. Trailblazers going with the new group.
yourself. Hey, shoot that.
Aldridge with it. 12 points for him. 6 seconds to shoot.
Get that perimeter.
Fernandez can't hit at the ball from downtown. And here are the Rockets now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. The handoff to Scola, to Hayes. Very easy shot. That's good. They're ahead 111-84. And here comes Roy. He's got 18.
Get through, get through. Come here. Hit me, Mo.
Here's Roy. Connects on the touchdown. 20 points for him.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Screen by Scola. Here's Ariza. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss.
In the best of circumstances, that's going to be a tough shot for him. And that was not the best of circumstances.
Roy can't hit. Rockets on offense. Bear. The shot misses. And the Trailblazers going now the other way. Top of the key.
That's all you. Right here, let go.
2 out.
Shoot that.
Frames it from just inside the 3-point line. Houston in total control. Here's Ariza. Kept alive. Here's Hayes. Can't cash in from close range.
That was all wrapped up with the bow on top, but he still couldn't lay it in. That's frustrating.
Roy lays it in off the glass. He's got 22.
He's been getting after it offensively, but they're still trailing here. One guy can only do so much.
Hey, hit it now.
Bear wasn't careful with his position. Gets nailed with the backcourt violation. And the Trailblazers with some adjustments. Here's Roy. 22 points for him. The alley-oop. It's tipped.
He just lost another one, Kevin. I mean, he's really having a difficult time seeing the defense here.
Scooped up. Here's Landry. Can't stop the drought. And here are the Trailblazers. Here's Roy on the breakaway. Gets the lay-in. 24 points for him. You're right, Clark. He's not seeing the defense well.
No, he's not reacting at all, and you hate to see that. I mean, it's tough, but he's a pro, and I think he'll be fine. It's just kind of tough to see right now.
Here's Anderson. Here's Landry. From the wing, Anderson can't get it to go. Under 4 minutes left to the fourth. Roy rips it down.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
And here are the Rockets. They lead by 17. To the high post. Hayes. He's covered by Roy. The jump hook. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Here comes Miller. He's got 6. Inside. It comes. And the foul. It's going to be on Shane Bennett. Is in at the point. He completes the 3-point play.
But when you spend 4 years in college, Kevin, you've got to become a little more mature. Your body becomes more prepared for the rigors of the NBA. And I just think you're more equipped to handle what's demanded from you when you play NBA basketball.
More mature, physically and mentally.
Exactly. And emotionally, yes, just to handle some of the peaks and valleys you're going to go through as a rookie.
And here is Outlaw following the Rockets miss. Odin inside, working on Anderson. Rockets going the other way now. Anderson backs down to end the drama. Off the backboard and in. Here's Miller. 2:21 left in the game. Trailblazers turn it over.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They've got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
This is just a magnificent shooting performance we're watching here. The other team has to feel helpless.
He is lights out from beyond the arc, and he shows no signs of slowing down. Clark, what do you do as a coach and try and slow down the shooting?
Well, Kevin, sometimes there's not much you can do other than challenging every shot, maybe throwing different defenders at him, but sometimes you just have to hope that he misses some shots.
Landry in the post, Aldridge on him. In close, from the paint, Landry no good. And here comes Warren. He has 29. Gets in close, lays it right in. He's got 31.
He's really shouldering the load for his team right now. That's what leadership is about. He's looking to help his team cut into this deficit.
So it's Houston now. It's a 14-point game. Anderson, right block. 6 seconds to shoot. A trifecta by Lowry.
Way to close out an opponent. Kevin, I think we're done here.
Here's Outlaw. A follow-up clutch.
I love that. Forget about the tip. Just pound it home.
So it's Houston now. The lead is 15. To Anderson. Leads him in. Lowry. From close range. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Andre Miller. Good for the three-point play. Here's Miller. He's got 6. And here is Outlaw. Oden the screen. Miller to the wing. To Oden. Working on Anderson. On the wing, Brandon Moore. Aldridge. Can't get it to go. And the Rockets going the other way now.
Watch outside! Watch outside! Hey, switch!
The pass cut off by Oden.
It's too difficult to squeeze that pass low. Under a minute to go. The game is all but over. Great team leads to easy offense.
And here is Battier. He has 7. The Rockets walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Blazers 119-103. Tracy McGrady is the Jordan Brand Player of the Game and some solid numbers.
Yeah, Kevin, he was really stroking it. He shot the lights out, and there was just no one out on the floor who could stop him.
Well, that's it for us. On behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and me, Kevin Harlan, thanks for tuning in to NBA Basketball on 2K Sports.
this. Not the way you look, I mean, it's so electric. Could have been whatever, but I made it fit. Now they watching, I was waiting to play that. Nobody believe it till I made some crosses. And I ain't never once put my opponent. Only thing I did was ride beats that's cold. Now everywhere I go, people still wanna know. So I keep it on me like it's nothing. They say they came from test, I got something. I say I don't know what can that be. They say the cool is all over me. Yeah, and it goes. That's my cool, man, I can't take it off. And it goes. That's my cool, man, I can't take it off. They keep telling me it's in the man walk. You really think about that? Not at all. Always been this, never been a chaser. Only difference is a dude in the paper. Even saw myself on TV the other day. Any to the T to the V, you get me. Mama look happy in the video you did. That means more to me than this other. I can do it out of calm, cool with the subway. No chain game, man, stack that. How you gonna say it that it's no shine? Must not have listened to my words, he lying. The one that said a couple lines back home. Did I say something that you go ahead?